You know, there's a soil secret that most gardeners overlook, yet it has the power to transform ordinary garden beds into fertile, nutrient-rich ecosystems without traditional compost. For years, I followed the standard advice: layers of kitchen scraps, yard waste and compost piles. While this approach worked, it was slow, messy and required constant turning. Then I discovered the simple power of orange peels. And, well, everything changed. Not just as a supplement, but as a replacement for traditional compost entirely. The transformation wasn't instant, but once I understood how orange peels work in soil, I realized that they are a potent, natural and surprisingly fast method to enrich the garden. What makes this even more remarkable is that it's inexpensive, easy and supported by both practical observation and the chemistry of organic decomposition. You know, the first insight here is that orange peels are more than just scraps. They are actually a concentrated source of soil nutrients. Orange peels, well, they contain essential nutrients that plants really crave: nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, and also trace elements like calcium and magnesium. These nutrients are slowly released into the soil as the peels break down, feeding not just your plants, but also the microbial ecosystem that honestly drives soil fertility. Unlike traditional compost, which, as you may know, requires balancing greens and browns to avoid nitrogen depletion or, unpleasant odours, orange peels are naturally balanced. They release nutrients steadily and, if properly applied, don't attract pests. In practical terms, I began chopping the peels into small strips, scattering them across garden beds and covering them lightly with a thin layer of soil or mulch. Within weeks, microbial activity surged, the soil structure improved, and seedlings showed remarkable growth. For gardeners today, this means you can replace or supplement traditional compost piles with a steady addition of orange peels. There's no need to worry about balancing ratios, turning piles, or waiting months for decomposition. The soil does the work for you. The second revelation is that orange peels accelerate humus formation naturally. Humus is the dark, crumbly substance that makes soil fertile and retains moisture. Traditional composting, a classic method indeed. It builds humus slowly, sometimes taking months or even years. It's a process that requires patience, but the rewards are worth it. Now, let's talk about orange peels. These little wonders are rich in cellulose and pectin. They feed fungi and beneficial bacteria in the soil, you see, which break down organic material more quickly. Quite fascinating, isn't it? And here's the beauty of it all. This process creates humus faster and improves soil texture, aeration and water retention simultaneously. It's like a symphony of benefits, all working together harmoniously. To maximize this effect, I recommend layering orange peels in rows or small mounds, rather than just scattering them. Add a thin layer of shredded leaves, straw, or other organic mulch on top to retain moisture and speed decomposition. This combination creates a microenvironment where soil life thrives, building humus more efficiently than conventional composting. Applying this in your garden is straightforward. Chop or tear orange peels into manageable pieces, layer them with light mulch, and water moderately. Over a few weeks, the soil becomes noticeably darker and richer, ready to support robust plant growth. The third insight is that orange peels help suppress soil-borne pathogens and pests. One unexpected benefit I discovered is that orange peels contain natural compounds, like limonene, that act as mild antimicrobial and insect-repelling agents. Unlike raw kitchen scraps, which can attract fruit flies, rodents or other pests, orange peels deter unwanted organisms while enhancing soil biology. Historically, gardeners observed that citrus residues in the soil improved plant health and reduced fungal problems, though few understood why. By incorporating orange peels into my beds, I noticed fewer fungal patches on seedlings and healthier root systems overall. For practical use, just place peels beneath mulch layers or, mix them lightly into the topsoil near the roots. The microbial community will break them down, nutrients are released steadily, and potential pests are discouraged without the use of chemicals. This creates a cleaner, healthier, growing environment for your crops. The fourth advantage is sustainability and waste reduction. Using orange peels as a soil amendment turns kitchen waste into a valuable resource, reducing landfill contributions while boosting garden productivity. Historically, before synthetic fertilizers, gardeners relied on natural available resources to build fertile soil. Citrus peels, which would otherwise be discarded, serve as a modern equivalent. So I started collecting peels from both household consumption and, local juice vendors. I'd dry any excess peels out in the sun and then store them for use during different seasons. This simple step, honestly, ensured a consistent and sustainable supply for my garden. Gardeners today can absolutely replicate this by setting up a small peel collection system, drying or even chopping peels for storage, and then applying them gradually all through the planting season. Over time, the soil becomes self-sustaining, reducing the need for purchased compost or chemical fertilizers. The broader lesson is that soil enrichment doesn't have to be complicated. Orange peels are proof that nature provides simple, powerful solutions if you observe and experiment carefully. By focusing on microbial health, humus formation, and sustainable nutrient cycles, you can transform ordinary garden beds into productive ecosystems without the hassle of traditional compost piles. This method is not just convenient, it's rooted in historical observation, ecological principles, and practical results. So, in conclusion, the orange peel method is more than just a clever hack. It's honestly a proven, efficient and sustainable approach to building fertile soil quickly. By understanding the nutrient content, the decomposition process, pest-suppressing qualities and environmental benefits, you can actually replace or supplement traditional compost entirely. This technique really connects modern gardening with time-tested principles, turning what would be waste into a true soil supercharger. If you found this guide valuable and want more practical, historically grounded soil and gardening strategies, do make sure to subscribe to Hydrohaven and share this video with fellow enthusiasts who want to grow smarter, faster and more sustainably.